Hi there, Audie here from Ratliff Mandolins, and I'd like to welcome you to this video, this week's video of the Ratliff Mandolins production diary. And I'm going to say that we've got several things that we can video this week. These mandolins here, we're continuing to work on those. We've got to put stain on these 4. Got some more finish to shoot on these. Got to put strings and hardware on these. Also, I have a couple of repairs. I've got a fiddle repair and a big bass violin repair to do. And don't really like to take repairs, but these are for friends, and you really can't tell them no. So we got a big bass violin that's got a crack in the top, and the back is pulling off of the sides, and we're going to re-glue that. And that's probably what we'll do first on this video. But before we do that, I would like to say that it's come to my attention that YouTube will show your videos as a suggestion more often if you get a lot of likes. So I know I get 300 or 400 people once a week to watch these videos. So if you wouldn't care to just take a moment and go right down there and hit that like button, and we'll see if we can't kind of build the number of viewers. And I'd really appreciate it if you just take a moment, go down there, hit the like button, and then we'll move on with the video. And we'll start with that bass, and come this way and I'll show you what all we're going to do to it. Now, it probably doesn't look like much on the video, but this thing is actually separated. This is the treble side bout, and it's separated from here all the way over to about right in here. And right in here, it's maybe not quite 3/16 of an inch pulled apart. So we're going to have to get in there and clean everything out and then get it all shoved back together. And the problem is compounded a little bit, I think, because it's a flat back base, and there's a board that goes all the way across this base on the back, and that's where the soundpost sits, on this board. It's not an arched back, so kind of an unusual setup, but I don't know how much that board, which looks to be factory installed, and this is a very old base anyway, but we're going to see how that works out. But it's going to have to be re-glued from about here back to here, all cleaned out, like I said, and see if we can't get that put together. And then there's this crack along the upper, again, treble side bout. From here, it's about 1 foot long, and the crack will level up, but for the life of me, I can't seem to get it to go all the way back together. So I assume, and this base has been in storage for a while as well, so I assume it's kind of dried out, and I don't know whether to try to rehydrate it or glue it back the way it is, and maybe try to get everything pulled together. We'll pull together just a tad, so, and we will probably use the cleating trick with the guitar strings to maybe cleat it 3 times here, and that's going to be what takes up at least part of my Monday. Now what I have here is some guitar strings with a patch and a backer on that, sort of like a washer. We're going to put glue on the patch, glue in the crack, and pull everything right on through and out here through that guitar string. We'll feed that guitar string right up through here, tighten it up, pull that patch up to the underside of the top, and everything will be glued together and patched at the same time. Now this certainly looks like a mess, but it's really not. Each of these patches have a metal washer on the back of them. They've been drawn up with a guitar string through them. They've been pushed through the hole up into the guitar tuner, which is tightened and pulled that string up, and therefore pull that patch up to the underside of the bass top. There's 4 of them in there. Now that washer that's actually holding that patch up to the back has got yet another string tied to it, and they're sticking out here, and they're numbered and labeled in order so that I can take this string loose, cut it, clip it, push it back down through that hole, and this string over here will help me fish that unused washer out after the whole mess is dried. So the crack is level, it's got plenty of glue in it, there's patches on it. Like I said before, as awful a mess as it looks like, everything is actually in order and we're in good shape. And that crack right there, except for whatever cosmetic thing needs to be done to kind of make it look pretty again, the crack itself is fixed. Okay, it is now the next day, and I've taken the string clamps out and cleaned this off a little bit and put some wood putty in the holes for where the string clamps went. And as you can see there, the color is, we're going to have to do some touching up with paintbrush and some stain and stuff. But the repair itself is nice and solid. And I have this bad spot right here. I have taken some knives and a picks and that sort of thing, and I've cleaned out all of the old glue, and I'm pretty much, I think, ready to put new glue back in and clamp it back together with these gigantic base spool clamps. Just a matter of getting everything to pull back together. Okay, I mentioned in last week's video that I had ordered some supplies, and boy, between the Postal Service and Federal Express, everything that I ordered showed up today. So I thought maybe we just pull a chair up and unbox this stuff and see what all we got. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to start with the tiny boxes and just work our way up. This is from the Rubner tuner guy. So this would probably be the tuners for the R5 Master model that's on the wall right behind me. Should be a gold set. Let's take a look at them. Oh yeah, they're nice. Black and gold with pearl buttons. Let's get a close-up of that. Aren't those pretty? Very nice. Box number 2. Kind of like Christmas, isn't it? This is from Axiom, Bill James. This is James tailpieces. I ordered more than just what I needed, but one of these tailpieces should also go for that same R5 Master model. I ordered them unengraved, so that I could put the engraving on them. Now that's the one that goes on the R5 Master model, and I ordered 2 unengraved nickel ones, just simply because I occasionally get asked to put a different pattern on them. I've got some that's already engraved, but sometimes somebody wants some custom pattern. So we'll put them back. That gives me tuners and tail pieces for the R5 Master model, which I didn't have on site up till then. And this big box here is some cases and some small parts Stop, look, more parts inside, it says. And I think I ordered some regular traditional tail pieces for mandolins, some bridges, obviously catalogs. This is from Sega, and some cases, like I said. Let's see what all we got. This is a test case for these A's that are hanging right here on the wall behind me. One style. And another style. Sort of a, not really a padded bag, but it's a padded case. Probably, yeah, with a zipper closure instead of a little clasp. And let's see, another case of a different style, but I think it's going to be one of those Naugahyde ones with clasps as well, or Tolex, or whatever you call their coverings. Yeah. I don't exactly know what the difference is between one case and the other one. One has brass looking hardware and the other one has nickel, but we'll just have to kind of get them out and compare them and see. And all of the small parts. So let's do this. And turn that up like this. And see what we got. Kind of like skinning a deer, isn't it? Okay, a violin bridge for a repair that I have here. One mandolin bridge. And a whole bunch of mandolin tail pieces. Well, it's a good thing I'm out of tail pieces, but I got plenty of bridges already in stock back there. Not plenty, but enough to finish this batch out with. That should be probably 10, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10 tail pieces of one style and one of another. All right then. I think that's pretty much what I ordered. That's all we got and all of that stuff, but we got a lot of stuff that we need to do the things that we need to finish up the R5 master model, and some cases for these, some test cases for these A-style country boys that are coming off the line, and that was good. It is Wednesday, and I have decided that the Wednesday's jog jar list will consist of putting the strings on this A-style mandolin. It's a R5 Country Boy satin finish. It's got tortoiseshell binding on the side with a little black, white, black strip on the inside. Really nice, pretty little mandolin. The procedure usually is in this order. I'll take the tape off of the fingerboard, clean all the tape residue off the fingerboard, and get the fret ends to suit me, smooth so that they don't cut your hands. Get the whatever protective stuff that you've stuffed down in the sound hole to keep the overspray from going down, get that out. Then I'll fit the bridge bottom and clean up the bridge top and arch the bridge top and put the notches in it, get the bridge, and basically just get the bridge ready to go on. And then we'll put a new nut on it, make the nut, install the keys, install the tailpiece, and then you pretty much start putting the strings on and making sure that your bridge height is in the right and the action is good. And then at some point in there, I'll put the truss rod cover on, and by the time it's all said and done, you have a playable finished mandolin. So that's going to be Wednesday's job. Well, that's this little mandolin right here. All I need to do is put the tags down on the inside, do the paperwork for it, put it in the case, and it's ready to move on down the road. also have this base fixed. This separation right here is glued back together, and this crack is put back together. Not the best of repairs in the world, but the color matches and everything, so you really can't see it, and it is solid. And so, really can't see it, can you? Nice old base. Okay, everybody, it is Friday, and I come down to the shop this morning with every intention of putting the stain on this particular overhaul F-style mandolin. And I started by just tweaking the sanding job. It had already been wet, so I just was tweaking it down and tweaking it down, you know, looking for everything that didn't suit me. And the more I worked, the worse I felt. And when I went up to the house to eat lunch, I ate just a couple of little old nibbles, and I went and laid down and slept until 4:30. So I don't really know what's wrong with me, but I don't feel very good. And I didn't get done what I intend to get done. And so that'll just have to be first on the list of things to do next week. I certainly hope you'll come back then for the next episode. And, well, hopefully we'll see you then. Bye.